Today we are giving Shaquille O'Neal a 99 three-pointer in NBA 2K25 to see how this would change NBA history. We have Shaquille O'Neal. We gave him a 99 three-point shot. Okay, I think if Shaquille O'Neal was ever an elite three-point shooter inside of his career, I definitely think he could have been one of the best players of all time. So that's why we gave him the 99 three-point shot. We also gave him a high three-point tendency as well from the obviously attempted three. So we're going to see how much of a good player Shaquille O'Neal could become with a 99 three-point shot in NBA 2K25. But obviously, this all starts off with the draft lottery. So the Philadelphia 76ers are projected number one. Obviously, the Orlando Magic drafted Shaquille O'Neal in real life. In the top four picks here, number four is going to go to the Philadelphia 76ers. So obviously, Shaquille O'Neal went number one in real life in this draft class. Will the Orlando Magic get three? And yep, the Orlando Magic got the third overall pick. So likely that he will not go to Orlando again. With the number two overall pick in the draft, it will go to the Milwaukee Bucks. And that does mean the Kings will get the number one overall pick in the 1992 NBA draft. So Shaquille O'Neal will most likely go to the Sacramento Kings. Unless he falls, which is unlikely, but anything could happen. That does have him going number one. So yeah, likely he goes to Sacramento. With the number one overall pick in the 1992 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Shaquille O'Neal from LSU. So, like I said, he's going to the Sacramento Kings. At number two, the Milwaukee Bucks selected Alonzo Mourning. Kings look like year number one in Shaquille O'Neal's rookie season, so he will be paired up with Mitch Richmond here. So I said the rest of the team isn't good, but I feel like with Shaq, with the A+ three-point shot, he could be one of the greatest players of all time, if not the best. We're going to simulate his entire career starting now. O'Neal did win the Rookie of the Year. Patrick Ewing won the MVP. So Shaquille O'Neal shot 47% from three, and in total, he made about 83 pointers made. Now, we all know that's more three-pointers he made throughout his entire NBA career, so it's obviously a step in the right direction for him. Guy's gonna be unstoppable, and I'm absolutely ready to see this guy absolutely dominate the league. Did he make any All NBA teams? Nope. But did he make like an All Defensive team? Nope. Did he make like All Rookie First Team? He did. I forgot to turn injuries off, so I'm actually gonna uninjure Shaquille O'Neal. I forgot to go ahead and turn injuries off and uninjured. I'm gonna uninjure the whole league really quickly, and I'm gonna turn injuries off. That's my bad. He's attempting a lot of threes, which is nice. He's attempting more threes now as he did in real life, and this is obviously a step in the right direction for him. So. But the whole team average, so we had about obviously 20 from Shaq, 20 from Mitch Richmond. But in round one, we were the sixth seed. We got the Golden State Warriors in round one. So Warriors have Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, Tyrone Hill. We'll see if we can beat them as we're going to sweep them. Obviously, it was 3-0 at this point. It was first to three games. Now we got Portland in round two. Obviously, Clyde Drexler, and we are going to go ahead and beat that team in seven. So now we got the Utah Jazz, the conference finals. Just like that, Shaquille O'Neal is already in the conference finals against Utah. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Jeff Malone against Utah. They are going to lose in seven, but I ain't gonna lie, this is a great start for Sacramento. Now, I don't know if they were beating the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, but I'm gonna lie, this is a great step in the right direction. I would have loved to see how Shaq would have played against this, obviously the 96, 97 Bulls, or not even the 96 Bulls. I'm not talking about the 1993 Bulls, but, sadly we'll never get to see that. But I feel like eventually Shaquille O'Neal will eventually make the NBA Finals with this team, and pretty sure he'll get more rings than he did in real life, obviously. But we'll see how that goes. He was up to an 89 overall at this point, already the best player on his team. Mitch Richmond is up 2 overalls as well. MVP, Chris Webber's your Rookie of the Year in Philly. Kings are the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. They finished off 53-29 on the season. Shaquille O'Neal averaged about 21 points per game, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 blocks per game. Surprised he didn't win the Defensive Player of the Year, which is interesting. He shot 42% from 3 this year, and he made about 82 threes. On 193 three-pointers attempted. So I say he's already a great three-point shooter. Obviously shot 40% back-to-back years, averaging more points, more rebounds, averaging a lot more blocks. I think this team had a chance to win the championship. We'll see. Got the San Antonio Spurs in round one. There's other Spurs looking like they got David Robinson. So we'll see what happens there in round one, as they will go ahead and beat them 3-1. Now you have the Utah Jazz with Stockton, Malone. They ended up beating this team last year. We'll see if they can do it again, because they are going to lose in 7 games this year. So back-to-back losses for Sacramento, obviously not great by any means. Shaquille O'Neal's up to a 93 overall at this point. Obviously, we know Shaq ended up leaving the Orlando Magic after his rookie deal. Will he do the same thing with the Sacramento Kings? Obviously, Shaquille O'Neal wanted the max contract from the Magic, and they weren't willing to pay him. I believe they paid him like at the last minute, but it was too late. He already decided to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, and obviously pair up a Kobe Bryant. And the rest is history. But will he do that in here in 2K? I mean, we'll have to see. But for the rest of the team, they didn't really do much. The rest of the team around Shaq, Mitch Richmond still isn't the best. I can't lie with you. And Robinson is your rookie of the year, but at the end of this season, Shaquille O'Neal did make a All NBA second team. And the Kings were the number one seed in the Western Conference, so 54 and 28. We were on top of the West, but player stats, Shaquille O'Neal averaged about 22 points per game, 11 rebounds, 1.2 blocks. He shot 49% from three. He made 136 threes in total. You know what would be funny? If Shaquille O'Neal broke the all-time three-pointer, he's made 290. I know guys weren't attempting much threes back then, so I wonder if he's already made the top 50 or something like that. So I think he actually did. So Shaquille O'Neal is right here. He's top 40 all-time. He's 40th on the rank. He is right now. He could break it, honestly. If he keeps attempting threes like this, he's going to break the record. I mean, like I said, he'll definitely go ahead and make 1,000 in his career. So he's definitely going to possibly be in contention to break this record. That would be the funniest thing. We got the Los Angeles Lakers in round one, which was Shaquille O'Neal's future team. Who knows if it's going to be now. And they're going to go out and sweep them. Now they got the Portland Trail Blazers in round two. Clyde Drexler, obviously. So we'll see if they beat the Blazers in round two, which they're going to lose in 6 games, which is disappointing once again. Another upset for Sacramento. They lose once again. Shaquille O'Neal is up to a 96 overall. I don't know what the Kings front office is doing to surround this team with talent, because this team is absolutely garbage, bro. We have 350s on our team. This makes no sense. What are we doing? Loki, I wouldn't even be mad if Shaq left, dude. I don't know what this roster is. I don't know what this roster is doing. I'm surprised we were even the 1 seed last year, but I wouldn't be mad if Shaquille O'Neal goes to the Lakers this time again. It pairs up with Kobe. Chris Webber's your MVP. But at the end of the season, Sacramento was the 8th seed. It looks like last year was our chance to win. This roster isn't good enough, man. I have no clue what the front office is doing, but got Minnesota in round one. We'll see if we can get it done. Shaquille O'Neal averaged about 23 points per game with 15 rebounds, with 3.2 blocks per game. He shot 40% from three. He made 105 in total and 258 attempts. So obviously, really good season from Shaquille O'Neal. His best season. Yeah, we'll see if he ends up re-signing with Sacramento or leaving his rookie contract team like he did in real life. But against Minnesota, they are going to lose 3-2. So I said I wouldn't be mad if he leaves, but we'll see what happens in free agency. Also, Kobe Bryant went number 2 to the Grizzlies, so he's not coming to Sacramento. I thought he would end up falling, but I guess not. I kind of wanted us to miss the playoffs so we could draft him. That would be fun, but I guess he's not coming. They draft Derek Fisher, though, which is interesting. Be a restricted free agent, so it's time to see where he is going to go. So, Shaquille O'Neal has offers from the Bucks, Pacers. The Kings do want him back. I wonder what the Bucks and Pacers had to offer, but it looks like he's going to go back to Sacramento. So, yeah, they're going to match his contract, and he will re-sign with the Sacramento Kings on a new 4-year deal. They want Patrick Ewing too, but that's not how it works. They're going to have to choose a team, one of them. Looks like they would have signed Patrick Ewing if Shaq didn't sign or whatever. Like I said, even if they match the contract, it doesn't mean he still has to sign. So honestly, that's on Shaq. 97 overall, though. Maybe this team could obviously turn around with maybe some lottery luck, because this team probably isn't making the playoffs. They might make it. Obviously, adding Derek Fisher's a plus. He ended up being a huge part to the Lakers' success, so we'll see if we can do the same here. Obviously, his team will probably still be good because there's Shaquille O'Neal, but we don't even have a backup center for him. I don't understand. For Chris Webber, he's been dominating. I can't lie with you. Stephon Marbury is your rookie of the year, but Shaquille O'Neal ended up winning a defensive player of the year. His stats are actually really good. Is that his first depoy? I think it is. So, yeah, that is his first defensive player of the year, which is okay. I thought he would win multiple at this point with his three. He's averaged 2.9 blocks in his career in 5 seasons at this point. He had a great season. We'll go more in depth into this season, saying we were the 5th seed. Player stats, we'd have about 25 from Shaq. Mitch Richmond is getting older. He's 31 years old. Shaquille O'Neal shot 40. He shot 40% from three throughout his entire career at this point, and he made a career. I was about to say career high. I thought saw this season, but he's made 135 threes. He's now made 538 threes in his entire career. I got to see where that has him on the NBA record. So Dale Ellis made the most threes. Chuck Pearson is right literally right below him. So, but Shaquille O'Neal is okay. He's 23rd on the 24th on the list, so he could definitely break the record. I'm gonna assume he breaks the record right now before obviously Steph and the rest of the guys that shooting threes comes into the league. I think he could do it. Supersonics in round one. They have Gary Payton and Doug Christie. Obviously, Gary Payton probably the best guard defender of all time, and they are gonna lose in round one once again. So Shaq has been eliminated. Chris Webber is your Finals MVP of the Sixers. He wins his championship. Magic Johnson's calling the quits. 98 overall at this point. He has about 3 more years left in his contract. He'll be a free agent at the age of 28 in the year 2000. So we'll see how that goes. And also, looks like we ended up drafting. So Derek Fisher's up to an 81 overall. He should definitely be our starting point guard for the future. He obviously only ends up being a good role player, but that is what makes him so good. And then looks like we also went ahead and drafted Jack Vaughn, which is interesting. Nets head coach legend. If I'm thinking of the right person, which I think I am. Wow, MVP from Chris Webber. Okay, I didn't know, bro, is this tough, but I guess he was Tim Duncan Rookie of the Year. Shaquille O'Neal wins the Defensive Player once again. So I said his defense was absolutely amazing back then as well. But yeah, they kind of remember his number one seed as they got the Golden State Warriors in round one. Tim Hardaway. So this team has obviously improved finally. The Kings will win a round one. Now they got the Clippers in round two. Ron Harper, Allen Houston, Glenn Robinson. We'll see if they beat the Los Angeles Clippers. And yeah, this team's going to get swept around too once again. So absolutely no playoff success. And Chris Webber just absolutely dominating with Shaq, average 23. Richmond, 32 years old. I mean, he's still playing pretty good in the playoff. This team just isn't good enough, man. We got Charles Smith. Looks like we traded for him, but team that isn't good enough. Shaquille O'Neal shot 43% from three. 127 threes made on the season. He's made 665 threes in total. So yeah, he's still cooking. It's just the team around him just isn't great by any means. Weber has low-key been playing a lot better than Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, without the three-pointer, obviously, but he's been dominating, dude. We're still the third seed, though, as we got the Dallas Mavericks in round one. They got Steve Nash, Chuck Person, but Shaquille O'Neal, let's look at his stat, see what he averaged. He averaged about 23 points per game, 11 rebounds. Yeah, he's been okay, I guess. He's been whatever, but 2 blocks. I mean, it's probably one of his worst seasons, honestly. Shot 39% from three. Definitely one of his worst seasons. But, oh, well, I feel like it's just Sacramento. If he joined any other team, I feel like he'd be a lot better than this. I ain't lie with you. But 39% from three, made 123 three-pointers, now up to 700, or, yeah, 788 in total. But we got the Dallas Mavericks in round one. Against the Mavericks, he's going to go out and beat them 2-2. Then we got the Denver Nuggets. It's at 788 three-pointer total. I don't know why I couldn't say it. But, all right, now we got the Denver Nuggets. So they have Jason Kidd, it was looking like. So we're going to lose at 7 once again. Wow. Shaq had just seen no playoff success throughout this entire simulation, which sucks. It's been just Chris Webber just dominating the NBA, and I don't know why. Chris Webber, I'm pretty sure it was never this good in real life, right? No way. Bills up to a 99 overall. Him and Derek Fisher are now the new duo, I guess. The rest of the team is completely regressing. The team is going to get old. We still haven't moved on from Mitch Richmond for whatever reason. He's getting older and older every year. This team is obviously isn't clicking, and the front office just doesn't want to improve this roster. This is an old roster that won't fit around Shaq by any means. Shaq is going to have to freaking leave, man. This is his last season, so hopefully it doesn't sign an extension. He can just leave Sacramento. MVP for Chris Webber. Baron Davis is your Rookie of the Year, but we finished all at number 7 seed. And did Shaq sign an extension? I actually don't know. I'm going to see right now. But the Kings team, I guess, isn't bad, but we just haven't been able to get any playoffs this. And Rochester hasn't improved at all. Everyone will lose in round one once again. Did Shaq sign the extension? We're about to see right now. Look at the player stat first. So we had about 25, 13. Yeah, Shaq is too good to be wasting his talent in this Kings team. Hopefully they don't already sign him either. He's made career high 161 threes, and he shot about 43% from three, average 25 points per game, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks as well. This team is older as well. Derek Fisher has been a good addition, but this team hasn't been good, man. So he didn't sign the extension either, which means he will be a free agent, which I'm absolutely ecstatic to see where he will go. Resign, man. He just wants to resign. I don't want him to resign, so we'll see what ends up happening, though. Obviously, he's unrestricted this year. He can go wherever he wants to, and oh my goodness, he wants to go back to Sacramento. Well, I mean, I hope another team would swoop in and offer him, but for some reason nobody wants it. 9 overall, Shaquille O'Neal sitting in free agency, so he'll most likely just remain with the Kings, which I didn't. Oh man, I was expecting them to leave, but Nope, he's going back to the freaking Kings, man. He's not gonna sign right away. That means he's gonna sign with somebody else. Okay, the Suns. Okay, let me see. If the Suns had enough money, would it be a good destination run to go to Phoenix? Honestly, to pair up with Tim Duncan, that would be so nice. But the Suns don't have enough money, man, and it sucks because Shaq and Tim Duncan will win multiple championships together with Vince Carter as well. Yeah, him and Derek Fisher are gonna remain with the Kings. So yeah, he's back in Sacramento, which I don't love by any means. I do not want to be in Sacramento. Sacramento obviously is known one of the most bad teams in NBA history. They haven't won a single championship. So yeah, so honestly, he's probably locked up here for the rest of his career. He was in his prime, 28 years old. He could have probably joined a contender. But nope, he'll be a free agent in 2005 at the age of 33. We'll see how good he is then. Unless he maybe gets traded, which is very unlikely though. He's probably untouchable. Actually, as you can start, he's actually not untouchable, so there's a chance he could get traded, but it's really unlikely. I'm gonna say that. Shaq has won many MVPs, but his resume looks pretty impressive so far, in my opinion. He just needs probably a championship and an MVP. I think that would obviously make his resume look a lot better. But also, the team still isn't great. Honestly, wouldn't even be mad if we signed Steve Kerr, which I guess is a good shooter. But so I wouldn't be mad if we just missed the playoffs a couple years, maybe like added up on the lottery and then added a young talent to pair with Shaq and Derek Fisher. I would absolutely love it because obviously these guys are not it, man. What is seeded from Shaquille O'Neal won Defensive Player of the Year? He didn't win the MVP award with these stats. As Chris Webber exists, these are incredible stats. He was never this good in real life, but yeah, Shaquille O'Neal. What is seeded from him? He averaged 32 points per game, 13 and a half rebounds, 2 blocks per game, 41% from three, a career high 205 3-pointers made. So yeah, Shaq is starting to enter his prime. I mean, yeah, he's absolutely dominating. He could do this in like a championship contender team. They probably win the championship, but. They got Minnesota in round one, though. We'll see if they can get it past the Timberwolves, as we're finally going to get past round one. Shaq was the only one that averaged 15 plus. Mitch Richmond averaged 14. Derek Fisher, we don't even have it. We don't have Shaq any help. We don't even have a second star for Shaq. Derek Fisher is just a role player, man. I like Derek Fisher. He helps out the team, but he cannot be a second star for us, man. He was never the second option on the team. And the fact that he is it can't be Mitch Richmond anymore. Mitch Richmond is older. I don't know what we're gonna do, bro. But we got the Vancouver Grizzlies. So Kobe versus Shaq in the second round. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, in round two, we are gonna beat them in 7. Okay. Now we got the Denver Nuggets in round 3. Jason Kidd. So we start off, we beat the 3rd seed. Now we got the 7th seed. Now we got the 6th seed. Where's the top teams in the East, man? Dallas got eliminated in round 1, which is interesting. So against Denver, we are going to beat the 5. We finally made the finals because of that weak Western Conference we played. Now we got the Milwaukee Bucks. Jason Terry, Dirk Nowitzki, Alonzo Mourning. That's a good front court. They have Jamal Mashburn. So we'll see if we win game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take, hold on. We're up 3-0. We win game 5. Can we go ahead and beat the team at 5? Could beat them at 6. Could beat them at 7. There's no way. Oh, I almost got really scared, but there we go. Shaquille O'Neal has finally brought a championship home to Sacramento. It only took 9 years from to absolutely dominate the NBA, averaging 36 points per game, 60 rebounds, absolutely carry the Sacramento Kings. I mean, carry this team to a championship. I bet the points per game in the playoffs are not even close to what Shaq averaged, man. He carried this team. Now can Shaq maybe talk to the front office or something about how bad this team is? Now he absolutely carried. Maybe we finally get rid of Mitch Richmond and get a younger star. That's what I love to do, bro. But finally, does that, realize the front office of how bad this roster is next around Shaquille O'Neal? I mean, we did win a championship, but let's be honest. Shaq carried that whole team. 99 overall, Derek Fisher's in 90. We still have Mitch Richmond. He's 36 years old at this point. I guess he played okay in the finals, but he's not on to an 82 overall. Looks like we got Howard Esley. Looks like we got Jeff Foster. I mean, we have been at Jeff Foster, so Marcus Peterson is here. It looks like we've been had him. So yeah, this team didn't really improve at all, honestly. We actually got worse because Mitch Richmond is supposed to be our star player, not onto an 82 overall, man. The Sacramento Kings are the 2nd seed. This is that we won a lot more games than last year, 52-30. So that's good to see at least. Player stats, we had about 28.3 from Shaquille O'Neal with 13 rebounds and 2.6 blocks. So, yeah, I mean, Shaquille O'Neal's having a pretty good season, 40% from three, 178 3-pointers. I'll have to see where that ranks him on the all-time list. Is he number one now at this point, or is he getting close to number one at least? He is three-pointers made. Glenn Rice, one. Allen Houston. He is eighth all-time on three-pointers made. So, will he eventually get number one? Hopefully. I mean, I think he eventually will, obviously. There's still a couple guys. Glenn Rice is these guys. They might retire soon, so we'll see what happens. Chuck Person has to be retired at this point. Mark Price, he might be. We'll see. So I think we'll get one by the end of this video. I'm pretty sure he will. We got Los Angeles in round one. Tyronn Lue, Glenn Robinson. So Ty Lue versus Shaq as the. How did the Clippers beat us? Be so serious. How did this team beat us? This team, like I know they probably have a way better. I guess that's the problem. They had a way better, more well-rounded team than us. We only really had Shaquille O'Neal scoring. So, because the front office, well, I said, won't give him any help. Yeah, he had averaged 37 in the playoffs, and we still lost because nobody else, I'm guessing, even averaged cracked 20 points per game. So, yeah. Shaq needs help in Sacramento. A second star at least. Still in 99 overall. Derek Fisher's in 91. Howard Esley. And there's the team regressing like I said it would. So yeah, just keeps regressing. Keeps getting worse and worse every year. At least we got one championship with the Kings. Somehow we did. I'm happy with that at least. Look, you got to stop showing the MVPs because, like, you guys already know who won it at this point. So, we ended up being the number one seed, though, which is nice. So, I mean, probably because of Shaq last once again. But got the San Antonio Spurs in the first round, which we're going to beat them in 7. Then we got the Memphis Grizzlies in round 2. Kobe Bryant, obviously, versus Shaquille O'Neal. Once again, we'll see how this ends up going. And we'll beat them in 7 once again. And now they got the Dallas Mavericks. So, Steve Nash, Stojakovic. This is a great team. So, this will be difficult, and we're going to lose in 7. So we just couldn't beat a team not in 7 or lose to a team not in 7. Dallas is going to win the championship, though. Shaquille O'Neal averaged about 25 points per game, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, shot 47% from 3, 184 threes made in his career. So I said, or not in his career this season, but I said 25 from Shaq. He doesn't have a second star, man. That is affecting him. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, we're getting as far enough to where like Shaq needs some help, and we're still yet to get him help. But this is actually the year where LeBron James gets drafted, so this is a huge year. So I wonder if the Kings, there's any way they could trade up in the draft to get LeBron. So the Jazz have the number 1 overall pick. The Sacramento Kings have the 27th pick. I love nothing more from the trade, literally everything, to pair Shaq and LeBron together. I would absolutely love that. Hopefully we can get that. Pick in the NBA draft, the Jazz will not trade LeBron James most likely. Number 2, so yeah, it looks like we're not trading up in the draft at all. Looks like there's no trade actually going to happen in the draft. The Rockets are trading with the Cavaliers, though, but it's not us, so other than that, I don't care. Who do we draft, though? Marcus Banks, I guess, is cool. 99 overall, still getting better. I mean, his playmaking went up to a B minus. The rest of the team obviously isn't getting better by any means. This front office still yet to make any big moves. Maybe you guys get some of it's been Shaq and Derek Fisher carrying this entire team. I mean, Mitch Richmond is gone now, but that makes the team a little worse. I mean, it's whatever. This team probably isn't gonna make much noise anyway. I expect maybe Shaq to leave in 2 years. We'll see. Season we end up being the 5th. We got the Utah Jazz in round 1. So yeah, we're playing LeBron James in round 1. We did so just Jamie Fett got averaging 60 points. Dude, if the backup center is the second leading scorer on the team, that's obviously not a good sign. I mean, Shaq did average 25, 11, 2 blocks. He shot a career low of 37% from 3, but obviously for Shaquille O'Neal standards, that's great. 37% from 3 is still good. He made 160. And we got LeBron James, Utah Jazz in round 1, so the team's gonna be good. Antoine War team's gonna be good for the future. We'll see what happens though, and we're gonna beat them in 7. Now we got the Dallas Mavericks in round 2. This team's pretty good too. So I mean, they're the 1 seed. I doubt we make it past me. We lose in 5, but how close or has Shaquille O'Neal broke the record yet, or is he close to breaking it? I know Ray Allen's probably creeping up on the record too. So yeah, Ray Allen. So yeah. If we break the record, we need to hurry up and break it before Ray Allen breaks it, because Ray Allen's obviously going to break the record. I mean, Ray Allen, and then once Steph Curry comes in, it's probably wraps. But yeah, Shaquille O'Neal is 5th all time. I don't know if he'll make enough threes to, surpass Ray Allen. Ray Allen's going to pass Shaq eventually. So I don't know. Will Shaquille O'Neal break the record? His time will just tell, man. Peja Stojakovic are still playing. So Allen Houston is on the Heat. Peja Stojakovic's on the Mavericks. So Peja Stojakovic is 27. And he's already made a bunch of threes. So yeah, I don't know. Then Allen Houston is on the he's still 33 years old. Still have that many threes. So yeah, it'll be really tough for Shaquille O'Neal to break the record, especially with Ray Allen on his back. But Shaquille O'Neal has one more year left on his contract, and he could finally consider leaving the Sacramento Kings. And Shaq starting regrets is now down to a 98 overall at this point. They did add Ruben Nimhard to the team, so obviously he'll help. But is this enough for the Kings to win a championship? We're about to see right now. Tracy McGrady was the MVP, so it's finally not Chris Webber. Finally, man. I've been waiting for this day, and he's finally fallen off a little bit. Goodness, Chris Webber has had an incredible career, though. Maybe we have to simulate his career, see how he does. But yeah, finally goes to somebody else. That's great. Another defensive player for Shaquille O'Neal. How many D points is that in entire career? This is his fourth defensive player of the year. He's won one championship, one Finals MVP. He made an All-NBA first team, but they ended up being the 17th. So at least Shaq hasn't missed the playoffs his entire career. That's something he has as well. But we got Dallas in round one against Dallas. He is gonna go ahead and lose in six. But yeah, so not great. The team, yeah, 24 from Shaq. Ruben Nimhard helped a little bit. He averaged 18 points, 26 points per game in the playoffs, but it just wasn't enough for us to overcome Dallas. And this is the year Shaquille O'Neal will become afraid, and the Los Angeles Lakers are going to win a championship. Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal will become a unrestricted free agent this year, obviously. He'll look to sign with a team, so we'll see what team he ends up signing with. Offer from the Heat, Kings, the Suns are in on him, but they don't have enough money. The Suns were in on him last time, I remember. But okay, he's either going to the Heat or the Sacramento Kings. I wonder what the Heat have to offer, but the Heat are okay. So the Heat are offering him a 4-year deal. The Kings are offering him a player option 4-year deal. So we'll see where he ends up going, and he is going to go to Miami. Shaq has finally left Sacramento and he's going to the Miami Heat. Kobe Bryant might leave as well, and the Kings are moving on. They're signing Tyson Chandler to be his replacement. So yeah, Shaquille O'Neal, as everything goes right, he will be going to the Miami Heat. That's actually where he went in real life. Actually, he left the Lakers, he went to the Miami Heat, and he got a championship. So we'll see if the same thing happens here in 2K. This is how Miami looks like. Shaq's down to a 96 overall, but this team's all right, I guess, man. It's okay. It's not nothing crazy by any means. I guess it's better than the Sacramento Kings. I guess he'll help out this Heat team, but I don't think this Heat team's that good, man. Low key, he's paired with Allen Houston, somebody that obviously wants to break his record. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about this Shaq. How did the Suns look like, man? Because what if he would have joined them instead? Let's just say he accepted the short term or less money to join Phoenix. And I ain't gonna lie, if he would have paired up with Vince, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan, he would have slid right into starting center. So I know in 2K that can't really I know they accept the most amount of money. That's all they want, but you never know, man. If he would have ended up joining Phoenix, he literally would have been an unstoppable team. I can't lie with you. Was the MVP, but we're in Miami now, so we're in the Eastern Conference, and they didn't make the playoffs. So yeah, they completely missed it. So yeah, I guess it wasn't the best thing for him to maybe go to the Heat. I mean, in that case, he could have just went back to Sacramento. I mean, they weren't any good options, honestly. Sacramento didn't even make the playoffs themselves. So whatever team Shaq went, they weren't going to be good. He could have joined Phoenix, but they weren't offering him enough money, man. Washington's going to go on to win the championship with Kenyon Martin as their Finals MVP. Kenyon Martin's a superstar in Washington, it looks like, but I guess that means Miami will have a lottery pick in this draft. So what pick are they going to even land with? So they're going to finish with the 10th overall pick projected, and they're going to finish with the 10th overall pick. So we're not going to get a top player or anything like that. This draft class is pretty mid anyway, so nobody too crazy is in there. We'll see who they end up drafting though. I mean, sim to 10, they are gonna go. It's like Paul Millsap. O'Neal's now down to a 95 overall. Looks like the team added Marcus Camby in free agency, or they traded for him. I wonder what they traded for him, but yeah, that's how the team looks like now. At the end of this thing, we made the playoffs, the 5th seed. At least that's something. We got the Orlando Magic in round one. We'll see if we can make it out of round one, and we're gonna go ahead and beat them in 7. We got the Washington Wizards in round 2. We coming out from we didn't want to do 0, but the reigning champion Wizards, here we go. We are gonna go ahead and lose, but the Warriors are going to win the championship this year. Shaquille O'Neal averaged about 22 points per game. He's starting to fall off a little bit, but not much. 22, 9, 1.5 blocks, 41%. He's now 35 years old. Before, if he does retire, if he doesn't retire, he'll be a free agent in 2009 at the age of 38. So likely he won't have much interest then, but let's see where he ranks on the All-NBA record or the record and stuff. So he's 6th all-time all points scored. We'll see if he ends up getting like top 3 or some. Probably not with Chris Webber playing, but let's see. So 3-point field goals made. Yeah, he's not getting one because Ray Allen passed him, but he's 6th all time. He could definitely probably get like top 4. We'll see if that ends up happening though. Expect some regression from Shaquille O'Neal. He's down to a 93 overall at this point. He doesn't want to retire. He actually wants to extend in Miami. We'll see if that ends up happening though. But the team is regressing like crazy. Chris Webber's back to winning MVPs. I mean, it was bound to happen. He's only 35 years old. He's won 10 MVPs and 4 championships. Goodness gracious, Chris Webber. He never did this in real life. But Kevin Durant is a rookie. He looks like 2K is a big believer of Chris Webber. But see, the Miami Heat ended up being the 7th seed though. Player stats, you can see if Shaq. Yeah, Shaq is only averaging around 18 points per game. He doesn't want to retire though. He wants to re-sign with the team once again. He's averaging 18, 7, 1.5. He's still shooting up 40% from 3. He's still making over 100 games. So Shaq with the 3-point shots. I mean, I guess his longevity is a lot better now. But we got Boston in round 1. Boston has like AI and Tracy McGrady. That's a good duo, man. I'm gonna lie. AI and T-Mac. That would be a fun duo to see. But we are going to go ahead and beat them in 6. Then we got the Atlanta Hawks in round 2. Ray Allen, the guy that took our record away from us that we probably weren't going to break anyway. But we're going to go ahead and beat them in 7. Okay, now we got the Washington Wizards. We came back now from 3-1 on the other team. Now we got the Washington Wizards. We'll see if we can beat them. They're the 1 seed, though. Oh, my goodness. We keep beating these teams in 7. So now we got the 7-6. Now we got the Lakers in the finals. This will be Shaq's chance to get his 2nd championship. And we're finally back in the finals. So we'll see if we beat the Los Angeles Lakers, and we're gonna lose this one. But dang, the Lakers stop us from winning another championship. The team wasn't really bad. Let me see how the team looked. So they had like Raymond Felton, which I didn't even realize they drafted him in 2005, but he's here. We got like Ricky Davis. We got So I mean, the team wasn't terrible. Marcus Camby is the backup center. It's kind of a steal. I can't lie with you. To a 90 overall. Paul Millsap is developing though, so that's something we can rely on, I guess. This season, we finished off as the number 2 seed. We are 51 and 31 on this season. Player stats, we did have about 19. So yeah, Shaq is all the way down here. I was only averaging 15 points per game, 7 rebounds, 1.4 blocks. Still shooting really good from 3. He's still a sniper from 3, which is one good thing about him though, which is nice. But we ended up being the 2nd seed. We got the Orlando Magic in round 1. This is how the Magic look. Can we beat them? We are going to go ahead and win. And we got the Chicago Bulls in round 2. Post MJ airs how they look like at this point. We are going to go ahead and beat them in 7. Okay, now we got the Boston Celtics in round 3. Speedy Claxton, Tracy McGrady, Lamar Odom, Antoine Jameson. Was McGrady always played the Boston Celtics? I feel like he had another star next to him. He's averaging 40 in the playoffs, though. So, yeah, I mean, Tracy McGrady probably cooked us, I'm guessing. He probably did. Now, Celtics going to go on to win the championship. Now, did Shaquille O'Neal retire? I saw that I thought it was him, but nope, he is still playing in the NBA, which means he will be a free agent this season. So I'm excited to see where he is going to go at this point. I believe, didn't he retire in 2009? Pretty sure he retired somewhere around like 2008, 2009. But he's a free agent now, and he doesn't have any offers, so he might as well sell off the Heat. He doesn't have any offers, but we'll see. I mean, he's still a good shooter. Does anybody want a good shooter in their team? He has 11 offers now from the Pacers, Kings, and Hornets. So I'll have to remember that. So it looks like the Heat are not going to re-sign him, and Shaquille O'Neal is signed with the team. Shaquille O'Neal is going to the Indiana Pacers on a 1-year deal, right? Yep, Shaquille O'Neal signed with the Indiana Pacers. Obviously, with the other teams at the offer too. So yeah, Shaquille O'Neal is down to 86 overall. It's put up with Luol Deng, Kwame Brown, Stephen Curry. Okay, I didn't even realize that. Okay, if Shaq was still at least like a 90, this will make this team so much better. But okay, Shaquille O'Neal's not paired with Steph Curry. We'll see how this goes. Shaq and Curry get to play with each other. What does Charlotte have to offer? I know that was one of the teams. Equals one more of them as well. Charlotte had to offer okay, he could have slid right in with Chris Paul or Charlotte Lewis. He could have signed with Charlotte, but I mean, like I said, he's with that team now, so we'll see how this goes. Kings were offering him a contract, which means he could have went back to the team that drafted him. I didn't want this to happen, but It would have been interesting to see. I mean, I think they have a little bit of a better team now. I guess they have a young Westbrook. Derek Fisher is still here, still a starting point guard of this team. So yeah, that's something. LeBron James wins his MVP. Finished off as the eighth seed. I was wrong. Shaquille O'Neal actually retired in 2011. I don't know why, but he retired in 2009. But we got the Bontells in round one. I think next year's team's gonna be really good once Curry's developed and stuff. We're gonna get swept. We'll see if Shaq ends up retiring though. We got 22.5 from Curry, 18 from Luol Deng, 12 from Brook Lopez, 12, 7, and a block from Shaquille O'Neal. Obviously he's probably a little washed up now. Drafted in 1992, still playing. Shot 39% from three, 104 3-pointers made. That puts him fourth all time still. Who I don't think he's gonna pass Michael Jordan. Chris Webber's now the greatest scorer of all time. He scored the most points in NBA history. Shaquille O'Neal is still six on the list. And Shaquille O'Neal is gonna officially call a quit at the age of 38. It's time to look at his career accolades and stats. So first of all, his career stats: he finished out averaging 22.9 points per game throughout his career, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2.4 block shot, 55% from the field, shot 42% from three. What about the free throw? Oh, I mean, I guess shooting good from three, and they're not shooting good from free throw. Wouldn't really make some sense. Wouldn't really make much sense, but I guess I forgot to put his free throw up too, but it happened. And obviously we'll look at the rest of this stuff as well. How many MVPs he won his entire career. So he has won one championship throughout his career. He's won one Finals MVP throughout his career. He was a 16-time All-Star from 1993 to 2008. He made the All-NBA first team 11 times, made All-NBA second team 2 times. He won the Defensive Player of the Year 4 times in his entire career. Total points-wise, he finished fourth on 33K, which is amazing for obviously a center. And then field goals made, he was fourth. 3-pointers made, being top 6 as a center for Shaquille O'Neal standards is absolutely amazing, man. You absolutely love to see that. So, and then free throws made. I wonder if he was even close to being on here. I wonder if what happened if it upgraded his free throw too, but he finished 21st all time on that. Rebounds, he was 100% up here. Rebounds, he was 6 all time. Assist, I wonder if he was up here. No, I don't really see him up here. So, but it's okay. Blocks, he was definitely up here. He was third all time on blocks. Steals, we'll see up here, Shaquille O'Neal. No, I don't really see Shaquille O'Neal, but that's cool. Minutes played, probably was up here as well. Shaquille O'Neal was 15th in minutes played. Turnovers, he wasn't up here as well, which he's not up here. I don't see Shaquille O'Neal there. But, he finished off, obviously, one of the greatest players in NBA history. I know he didn't really get much MVPs. He didn't win a single MVP. He only got one championship in 2001, but that's because of how, the Kings were, how bad they were. If he would have got drafted to any other team, it probably would have been a lot better. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.